What's up, lovers? How are you doing today? Today I am making a video that is not really the normal video that I usually make, but I thought this topic was very interesting because I didn't believe the topic when I read it, and then I did some research and I was like, wow, it's crazy. So today I'm talking about a third of men under the age of 30 are not having sex. No. And the number of sexless men has tripled three times more in the past decade. Can you believe this? I couldn't. I felt like this topic was very interesting because in my head I'm like, yeah, everybody be fucking left and right, but no. I was initially thinking when I read the title, I was thinking it's probably men that don't approach women, maybe they're not that good looking or they're not confident, so they don't approach, so then they can't get laid because they don't be talking to women. Or I was thinking about the incel, the incel are the involuntary celibates, which is men, mostly online or on the internet, blaming women for not having sex. So, they don't take any responsibility. They just feel like, well, I'm not fucking because women, women ain't shit and all that shit. Pretty much they kind of hate women. That's how I see them. I know a lot of women ain't shit, but there's some that are shit that you're not fucking. But you're gonna put it on women. Anyways, that's another story. But I thought it was those people that made it go lower, but it's not really that. My other thought was, you guys are more on your purpose, on your shit, and you're like, fuck women, women are difficult, you don't have time, you're like, fuck bitches, Not that you hate bitches, but your mind is not focused on them. So I was like, maybe that's that. But I was wrong. None of these are the reasons why you guys under 30 are not really fucking. So, before we start, I created a Patreon at www.patreon.com/MelliMonaco. So if you want to go see me over there, you can. What do I do over there? I have video calls. I have text messaging. If you want to talk to me, if you have an issue, if you just want to talk, whatever you want to do, you go over there and check me out. Please and thank you. All right, so let's start. Here are the reasons why a lot of men under 30 do not fuck no more. In the article that I found, they call it the Great American Sex Drought. And I was like, okay, it's that dry out there, like we're in the desert, nobody fucking. I'm like, all right, so let's see what they're talking about. How everyone got so lonely. The recent decline in rates of sexual activity has been attributed variously to sexism, neoliberalism, and women's increased economic independence. How fair are those claims? And will we be saved by the advent of the sex robot? So they go on in the article talking about, they thought that the sex would actually increase because of the pandemic, but it didn't. And I was like, yeah, motherfuckers are stuck at home. Nobody is trying to catch COVID. So yeah, it didn't increase. But I guess people who were together, I don't know, because a lot of people broke up and some people got kids. So anyways. Not so obvious is why for several years before the virus appeared on our shores, we had already been showing distinct signs of sluggishness in the attraction and affiliation department. In 2018, nearly a quarter of Americans, the highest numbers ever recorded, reported having no sex at all in the previous 12 months. Only 39% reported having intercourse once or more a week, a drop of 12 percentage points since 1996. The chief driver of this so-called sex drought is not as one might expect, the aging of the American population, but the ever more abstemious habits of the young. Since the 1990s, the proportion of American high school students who are virgins has risen from 45% to 60%. People who are in their early 20s are estimated to be 2.5 times more likely to be sexually inactive than members of the Gen X were at the same age. So that is pretty crazy. They're saying motherfuckers are virgin now. Okay, so I'm not gonna read the whole article, but I'm gonna tell you the reasons that they're saying why it's that. Number one, the decline of youthful marriage. Back in the day, people were getting married fucking at 20, 22. That was the goal of fucking bitches, to get married and have a household to take care of and have kids. Nowadays, that's not it. So nowadays, people are getting married late 20s and more like in their 30s and 40s. That's when people are getting married because, they're like, don't waste your 20s, have fun in your 20s. Yeah, be a whore in your 20s. That's what society is telling us. So therefore, if you are not married, you're not fucking as much. I'm not saying that married people fuck all day long, but you have more chances to fuck your wife once a week. Well, if you're single, how often are you fucking? Like, I don't know, you might be the best looking dude and get all the bitches you want or whatever, but I don't know. As a single man, I don't think, I mean, you're out there, most men, because I know some men, like, they be fucking bitches left and right every day. But most men are fucking like a bitch here, a bitch there, but like not 7 a week, you know. Well, if you're married, you're at least, I hope, guaranteed to fuck at least once or twice a week. Also, more people are focused on their careers, and women included. So it's not just the men who are like, well, I'm focused, I can't fuck with bitches right now. It's even women. Women are so into their career because they're financially independent now that they're like, well, I don't need to fuck. I mean, we hear all the time a bunch of bitches who are like, I don't need a man, I can, you know, all that dumb shit. Because of that, they don't rush into getting married either, because now they can take care of themselves. Okay, don't get me started, because also I know a bunch of bitches still want to be taken care of and all that shit, you know. But it's a lot of women that are like, I'm gonna go get my money now. So because they're getting their money, they're not so focused on like finding a motherfucker to take care of them. Therefore, they wait longer to get married. So the increase of casual dating has increased how many men is not having sex. Also, there is always this thing that men can wait longer to get married because they don't have that biological clock that women have. Their fertility window is way bigger than women's. Number 2, low testosterone level. Yeah, it's been a study. Here is the graph. So on this graph, you can see that the level of testosterone is decreasing as the years go by. And I mean, if it's for me, and I believe it's because of what we put in our body. It's trash. I mean, I'm number 1 with fucking McDonald's. You know, we put trash in our body. All this plastic, all this like non-organic, or, you know, all this bullshit. It's not doing any good to our body. So yeah, all the chemicals, all that shit. Low testosterone. Therefore, you're not really trying to fuck. Like, you're not even that horny. You're not horny. Number 3, technology. Yes, I know we think technology is so great, but it's not. Technology and porn. So when I'm referring to technology, I'm talking about online dating, Instagram. I'm talking about men. I'm not saying women don't do it, but today for the men. Men are busy on dating app, never meeting bitches. Like, they don't meet. They're just online trying to meet, but it's not happening. Also, a lot of men play video games. So it's like 10 p.m. Oh, what am I do? Okay, let me play some video games. You're not out there looking for bitches. If you think about it, like back in the days, what would you do at 10 p.m. if you're like just sitting at home? Either you're going to sleep or you're going out trying to meet people. We were way more into like going outside, trying to engage, trying to, for you guys, find bitches to take home and fuck. Nowadays, it's like 10 p.m. What am I gonna do? Oh, let me scroll on Instagram. Let me FaceTime somebody. Let me play video games. Let me watch fucking porn, because porn is so fucking accessible nowadays. I was watching this movie, and to watch porn, it used to be like somebody needed to have the thing, and then somebody had to, you know, I don't know how you call this machine, but then you were watching porn with your friends, like weird, but still. It was way harder to watch porn because technology wasn't up to par. A lot of virtual meetings have replaced actually meeting in person. Also, if you think about it, nowadays we work from home because, you know, with the pandemic, they figured out it's better. But because of that, do you have coworkers? Yeah, I guess you have people who work at the same place, but do you see them? No, you don't see them. You probably don't know them really. You only hear them voice or see them on Zoom call or whatever. But do you go out with them? Do you meet after work and be like, oh, let's go have a drink real quick, let's go to happy hour? No, people don't really be doing that if they work from home. So right there, because you're not out mingling with your coworkers, going to bars, all that shit, you are not meeting people. Also, back on the porn. Porn is the easiest way to come. Yes, porn is free nowadays. And it's easy. You don't gotta go spend your money on bitches. You don't gotta deal with difficult bitches. You don't gotta do none of that. Not saying it wouldn't be better to fuck a bitch, because I hope it's better than just your hand. Some people revert to that and they're like, I don't got time to go deal with bitches. Let me, I'm gone and we're good. And obviously it's cheaper than to deal with bitches. I'm telling you, the future of dating is really looking trashy out here. And I don't think it's gonna get better. Number 4 reason is hypergamy. Yes, bitches want to date up. That's just how we are wired. We want security. I'm not talking about gold diggers. I'm talking about just regular women. Usually we are not gonna date somebody who is in a lower tax bracket than we are, and usually we would prefer somebody that's in a higher tax bracket. So there is a race of men being unemployed, and there is a race of women making more money than men. Therefore, it becomes an issue when dating women, because they're gonna look at you and they'll be like, I make more money than you? No, I'm not interested. A lot of women won't deal with a man that makes less money than them. So obviously, if you can't date her, you probably won't fuck her. And again, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this fact is real for everybody. There's women that would date somebody that makes same amount of money or less, a little less, but not like broke, you know? It's very rare. But in most cases, that is one of the reasons why people under the age of 30 are not fucking. Women will rarely go for a man that is unemployed. And it was a study that showed that 54% of unemployed men are not in a relationship. Shocker. I mean, shit, if you don't got money, why you think you're gonna be in a relationship? Like, you already know. You guys be telling me all the time, yeah, it's money, we gotta spend money on bitches. Yes. Well, and also, if you are unemployed, I think you shouldn't be thinking about really dating. You should be thinking about getting a job. And number 5, more young people are still living at home. Yes, before it was like, I'm living, I'm out, like freedom. But nowadays, it's not rare to find men still living at their parents' house in their 20s. And again, I'm not even saying that like to make you feel bad if you do live at home or whatever, because, you know, hopefully you have the goal of like, I'm stacking up my money because as soon as I get out, I want to buy a home. Or maybe you're still in school, so it's normal that you're still at home, like you're not making money like that or whatever. The problem becomes when you're at home and you're not doing shit for your life and you're still there and you're going to stay there. Yes, because why? It's going to be hard for you to bring a bitch home to your parents' house, like to fuck her at your parents' house. You're gonna probably be embarrassed, and also you live at home. You probably have rules, no bitches in the house or whatever. You know, so yes, the fact that people under 30 nowadays live longer at their parents' house is a reason why they're not fucking. In 2014, 35% of men in the age of 18 to 34 were still living at home, while for women it was only 29%. So usually bitches are like, I'm out, I need freedom. But men are staying a little longer. So yes, I know it must be hard to like go on a date and everything is going well, and she's like, okay, can we go back to your house? And you're like, well, I live with my parents. Most likely the bitch is gonna look at you crazy. She might be understanding, but most likely she's gonna look at you crazy, or you might yourself just be embarrassed that you still live at your parents' house and you don't want to bring the girl back to your house. Or maybe you're not even allowed to have bitches in the house. Who fucking knows? That's another reason why people under the age of 30 are not fucking. So that's all I have for you guys today. These were the reasons why it's decreasing. People in their 20s are not really fucking. Men in their 20s are not really fucking like that. All right, well, I don't know where it's gonna go. I mean, who knows? Is it bad? Is it good? I don't fucking know. I don't really have an opinion on that. But yeah. So that's it. I wanted to talk about it. You let me know what you think. You let me know if I forgot maybe some reason. Probably I did. But if you can think of something else, you just let me know in the comments. I love you guys. I hope you're having a good day. You can like, share, comment. You can follow me on Instagram at Melli Love Exo and at Melli Monaco and at Melli Motors. That's another channel and that's another Instagram. It's too many at this point. But yes, you can figure me out over there too, and also Patreon. Yes. All right, guys. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Ooh, sun kissed.